I actually began in advertising. Out of school, I worked for a firm, and one of our clients was ABC Television. So my first job was as an art director in entertainment advertising. But I always knew that movies is where I really wanted to be. And I worked in entertainment advertising for film for 7 years, something like that. I worked on a variety of films, big and small. As the years progressed and the more films that I worked on, I knew I really wanted to, make a film of my own someday. And in 2008, I got that chance. I had written a script in 2007. In the spring of 2008, I was blessed with the opportunity then to shoot my first full-length feature film, which was April Showers.
Oh my gosh.
So when I was in mixing with, for the film, and I saw the way that these consoles and the people worked with these consoles and how they kind of became like this cockpit control center, sort of thing, I was like, I want that, I gotta have that. And up for the longest time and up until recently, I thought that was purely a music thing. And so when the opportunity came to, get to know the people that, work at Argosy, and they asked me to, give them my thoughts on this new console that they had, this new workstation, the Halo, I jumped at it because I was like, oh, you're making a console that, a workstation that's not just for, musicians, right? And the first time I sat at the Halo console, that's really how I felt. I really felt as if I was sitting at a desk that I didn't design. I had no input on the design of it, but everything was right where I would want it. Everything was right where it needed to be so that I could get on with the process of being creative. And that was really cool to me. And that is what kind of blew me away. And I can't imagine working on anything else, because for years, in advertising as a designer and then later as a filmmaker and sitting in editing bays and all of this stuff, you don't realize how important the support structure is to everything. We put so much emphasis on the equipment that we're using that we sometimes forget about what it is that's supporting it, what it is that's bringing it within our reach so that we can do our best work. So much of what we do now as artists is centered around being more than one thing. And the Halo desk really embodies that for me, and I think it will embody that for a lot of people. And I think that's what makes it so unique, is it's compact. Not all of us have giant studios to work out of. It's compact, so it fits everywhere. It's affordable. That's another thing with independent artists like myself. I mean, you have a lot of other things that you have to also be able to afford. And while a desk is very important in how you work, and the comfort with which you work in is very important, sometimes it falls by the wayside because you spent all your money on something else. And I find that the Halo Workstation is able to fit into that world quite nicely from an affordability standpoint. And it just really is that flexible, It is able to take something, at least with what I do, take something from start to finish without ever having to leave the comfort of where I love to be creative. And that's why I can't say enough good things about the Halo Workstation, and I think it's great. I really do. And I can't imagine creating and working and doing what I do now without it. So